myself today. Everybody else is getting ready for the church trip. We're going to Branson today. We leave at 4 o'clock today. We're going to go and see the Showboat Branson Bell, I think, tomorrow. It's about 4.5 hours to Branson, so today's just travel. And then it will be the show David at the Sight and Sound Theater on Saturday. So we're looking forward to that. We'll eat at Lambert's on Saturday. If you guys know the traditions around Branson, so good eats there, and have a great time. I think someone will go see Titanic tomorrow morning too. So, and Branson. So, we've got a ton of things already set up for the college scholarship auction. That auction is August the 8th. It's not this coming Friday. It's not tomorrow. It's a week from tomorrow. But I'm trying to do my best to raise as much money as I can for our college students. They all work really hard. They've all worked for scholarships. They all have jobs. They work every Christmas break. They work during the summer. They do a phenomenal job, and we are very blessed to have them. They do such a good job. I don't think we could really do what we can do without their help. And it's a good first job to have. Some of them started with us when they were in high school. Why does it look hazy? I don't know. I probably need to clean my screen, but when I flip it around, it'll probably be fine. So let's see. So really trying to find a way to raise money for them as much as I possibly can. Yes, they got great attitudes, everything, and the occupations that many of them have chosen. They're not going to be millionaires, right? They're not going for doctor or something like that, or something of that nature. Many of them are thinking more ministry minded. Some are thinking medical field. They all have some some related way to some level of helping people, and helping people. You don't make a ton of money quite often, and that's okay. That's totally okay. But so they're working really hard so that they don't have student loans. So I want you to think about that. I even have a few that you might see in future videos because they'll be staying back because they just don't have the cash to be able to go to school. And so instead of taking out the loan, they're going to just say, you know what, this semester I'm not gonna go to college. I mean, I'm glad that they're still wanting to work for us, and they work for us, and they work two jobs, and they do whatever they can. So I think you guys would be incredibly proud of them. And I have been toying around with, should I throw out a number when it comes to how much money we want to raise for the college scholarship auction? And we've never had one, so I don't know what is the appropriate number to throw out there. And we have pretty much items set up like a normal auction. I have some other things that will be coming, so I'm not completely set up, but I want you to think about it. What it would go, what number would it be? And I've come up with a few things. I think $5,000 isn't bad. That'd be kind of like almost like a normal auction. Usually it's around $5,000 in sales. And that doesn't mean we make $5,000 because you had to buy the stuff too. But anyway, usually around 5,000. So I thought if we hit the $5,000 mark on the college scholarship auction, and I am going to show you some of the stuff in a few moments, but if we hit the $5,000 mark, we'll do like a 10% discount card in everybody's box to hookedonpickin.com, just to say thank you that way. And $10,000 would be, I don't think we've never hit $10,000 in an auction, but I'm kind of trying to shoot for something here. So if we hit $10,000, we'll do you'll get a 10% discount card and a 20% discount card in your box. It gets shipped to you, and then you can use it at your leisure. Might help for around Christmas time or something like that. And that goes for anybody that buys. And then if we hit $15,000, that would really blow my mind, $15,000, you'll get a 10% discount card, a 20% discount card, and a 30% discount card. That'll go in your boxes there, just to somehow say thank you. I know, and you can't use them all at the same time because that's not how our Shopify works, but I thought it might be something to be able to help. If you guys are going to put yourself out there, we need to put ourselves out there too. So I'm trying to do that well. but I have no clue how high it will go. And I want to thank you in advance for you guys. You have, first off, you're giving these college students a job because you buy things, and without you purchasing things, we would well, we wouldn't be able to employ anybody. So it's phenomenal what you guys do, and I think you have a lot of fun in the auction. So I'm looking forward to it. I also want to thank in advance. Some want to remain anonymous. I want to thank you in advance for those that have sent in stuff that have. We already have a $100 donation that already came in. That's phenomenal. Thank you for that already. Thank you for those in advance that have even sent stuff to be able to sell. So you guys are a really cool YouTube community. You really are. And we see that. I don't always get to comment on it. We see that when you guys actually pray for each other. That's really awesome. Where are you going to find a group on YouTube that prays for each other? That's a pretty cool thing. But just a reminder, right before I show you the stuff here, we've got 5 college students. We have 5 college students, and then not tomorrow, but on August the 8th, next Friday, will be the college scholarship auction. It'll start at our normal time, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll just start selling stuff just like we always do. All of the proceeds will go to those college students. There are 5 of them. And they go to various different colleges there, and we're trying to do something where they'll maybe send you a thank you also. We're trying to get that done. Some of them will, by August 8th, will already be have already headed back to college, so we're trying to get that all squared away as much as possible. Okay, let's see here. So let me show you some of the items. Now, when I show you the items today, you will get to send in a reserve bid. Feel free to send in a reserve bid, and then next Thursday, I will hopefully be back from Las Vegas by that time. So it might be a whole thing. You'll see about it later. But I should be back by then. And then we will do this again with anything else that has come in. But I've got quite a few things already set, so I want to show you those. Let me flip this around. Boop. And, it's much clearer, isn't it? You can send in reserve bids to hookedonpickin@gmail.com. You can definitely do that. I've got cool little shield and swords somebody found out there. I thought it was kind of neat, I think I've sold something like that before one time, but that was pretty neat. I thought anytime you get a shield and swords, you got to sell it there. Let's see. Jim found some dishes there that he wanted to make sure that go on there. I thought that's a pretty little teapot. I think it's Pier 1, something. But just a nice little teapot there. We've got a cool box. Some of these things people just brought me. They came in and sold me different items throughout the week. So the majority of the stuff are Hooked on Pickin items, but I think every picker's got stuff on here too. Dad, you'll see, he's got a ton of animals at the end, and my goodness, I could just sell animals the whole auction, so he went above and beyond. Cool little elephant here. It's stone. This is soapstone. So I like these little guys. I do. Soapstone's kind of a fun little deal. I think soapstone is easier to carve, so you find a lot of carved soapstone stuff there. And I know we had a flood of hellos and whatnot, so sorry if I'm didn't read it there. I love this vase. Look at that. This is glass. It's an all glass vase there. Looks nice there. It's got an older sticker on there. I think it's an Esco, but just a beautiful glass. I do like those kind of things. And these I think have a little bit of age to them there. They're a little tea strainer there. So pretty. I think what do you make your tea in there? Pour it in there or something. It's got little saucers and stuff. It's another thing that Jim found. So I don't think I've ever sold something like that. So that's kind of unique, I think, a little bit. He also found this here. Nice little wooden base there. And boy, these look nice too. I think these are not plastic. I think these are carved stone. I'm pretty sure they're carved stone. like some kind of jadeite or something of that nature. They look beautiful. They are not plastic, but they're thinly carved there. Those are pretty. Nice little wooden base on that there. How do you bid? You go ahead, Joyce, and send in a reserve bid to hookedonpickin@gmail.com. It's in the description. Again, like I said, I'm all alone today. Heather and the kids and everybody. Shannon was here a little earlier. Shannon and her family are all going to the Branson trip with us too. So Amy and Rylan they're finishing up Vacation Bible School at their church. So it's me. I've locked the door. I have a picker that's going to show up a little bit later and sell me stuff too. So that'll be probably around 1 o'clock. So anyway, let's see here. I thought this was neat. Look at this. This is that sand art stuff. Isn't that pretty? Can you imagine spending the time to do that? Sand art. Looks beautiful mountain scene. Nice little paperweight. I think that's cool. So I've sold a couple of sand art things, but neat. And yeah, I've got some neat little paperweights here. Your classic glass paperweight with the balls in there, the bubbles, neat. I always like this. I always think they look like candy ribbon, So just a nice little glass paperweight there. They're glass. They're not resin. So I know a lot of people, resin is like an anathema to paperweights. This is I think it's actually also you put your rings on there, right? I think that's what it's there for. Had a sticker on it one time, but didn't make it. But neat little glass piece there. Got another little glass piece right here. I like the little swirl in that. I don't think this was a ring holder. You probably could make it, but they might damage the glass, to be afraid. Carrie Zimmerman already donated another $20. Look at that. Hey, we're already up to $120 then. So we had a $100 donation to the college students like last week, I think it was. And so we've got 20 now. So that's very kind, Carrie. Thank you for that. Arkansas glass paperweight. Could be. They look nice. I like all those there. And then let's see here. I've got several Norman Rockwell plates here. So pretty staple there. Norman Rockwell, can't beat it there, can you? Adele. Nice. You got mom at the table fixing something there. And then you got a lady, looks like she's probably waiting on a train, right? Train or bus, but could be a train station. Let's see, does it say Young Girl's Dream? I don't think it says exactly where she's waiting, but there you go. So we got some plates. We normally have some level of plates normally on auctions there. I thought someone donated $20 last week to Ryland. Yeah. Oh, if they just donate to an individual, we give that money to them that day. That's how we do it there. But somebody donated last week or 2 weeks ago $100 to the college students, and now we've got another 20. So hey, we're already up to 120. So, and these are pewter dishes. I like this. I think that's cool. Norge. Well, I'm probably saying it wrong, but there you go. Cool. Pewter plate. And I think I'm going to sell these as a set. I think they all go together. I mean, they say the same name on them, so they look like they should go together. So, pewter set there. It's kind of a Viking scenes. So, pretty neat there. I know not everybody's a St. Louis Cardinal fan, but we're close to St. Louis, and these are items that you could only get if you went to one of the promotional Cardinal games. So we got these there. This is the Wizard. This is Ozzie Smith here. This was his bobblehead. I don't know what year that was exactly, but I thought that was neat. And then somebody brought me an Ozzie Smith ball there. I think it's auto pen. I don't think that's his real signature there. because it's got all this on there. Here's career highlights and so forth. But I thought we would sell that as a set. Yeah, it's got the McDonald logo on it there. 1996. So we'll have a little Ozzie Smith there. He is a Hall of Famer, so, you know, that's something. Norge is Norway. Well, thank you. Thank you for helping me with that. Let's see. Very good. All right, couple of crystal pieces there. I've got a crystal dolphin. I have sold this exact piece probably 2 other times at least. So it is a really neat little piece. You see them coming out of the ocean there. You got the beautiful waves there. It's a really nice little crystal piece there of the dolphin there. So, and then a beautiful crystal basket came in. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Let's see exactly where it's made. I think it's made in Germany, Western Germany. Made in Germany, but beautiful basket there. Really, really nice on that there. Okay, that's the first shelf so far. And then I've got a little bit of Coca-Cola came in. All of these are, they probably would have been like Christmas Village Coca-Cola kind of idea. They do have kind of a Christmas theme to them there. And they are the electric there. You see the cords there. Everything seems to be functional on them. So, and I have their original boxes back there. So, there you go. White Christmas. You got, was the O'Leary's Market Coca-Cola. And you've got, what is this? You've got Tucker's Garage. Tucker's Garage. We have a family in our church named the Tuckers. A little bit of jewelry. There'll be a whole bunch more jewelry, most likely. But these are sterling silver. I want to say strings, but that's the wrong word. Goodness, words are failing me right now. Chains, sterling silver chain, 18 inches long, and those are actual stones there, the pink stone and then the tiger's eye on the owl, and a couple other nice little necklaces that somebody brought in and said, hey, can you put these on the college scholarship auction? So I'm like, sure. Okay, so we've got that on that there. Then coming down here, of course, we've got to have a gun. There we go. Gun knife. Again, I cannot sell guns legally. But I can sell these little gun knives there. Wild Bill Hickok. There you go. These things people have been going nuts over lately. So we got one of those there for the auction there. I think this was Debbie. Debbie said, hey, I found another one of these. Let's put that on the college scholarship. And that was very kind of her there. And then here's a neat one. It's a $2 bill. I think it's the red letter $2 bill, so I think that's a little different. I'm trying to remember why. But Matt found this, and he's like, hey, just go ahead and put that on the college scholarship auction there. So there you go, $2 bill. Red letter $2 bill. That there. And then I had a lady come in and sell me some Elvis items. And this I think is the nicest piece here. This is an Elvis lithograph. And this is his actual signature. This is actually Elvis Presley's signature. I actually checked that out. It's not auto pen. He actually sat and signed like a whole bunch of these. And so that's his actual signature. I even verified that. I didn't send it anywhere to get checked, but I looked at his actual signature on multiple places, and it matches really, really well there. So I'm pretty sure that that is his deal there, and it's just been laminated so it's not like damaged or anything there. So there you go. So hey, you got Elvis Presley's signature for all you Elvis fans. This one I thought was going to be really cool. I thought it was neat. It had a certificate of authenticity, but I think it's been personalized. Elvis Presley personalized welcome sign. All right, so it's got all this there, but to the RDC 1949 home. I don't know what that is. That might be something. I don't know. But it's just a nice little welcome, Elvis Presley, yada, yada, yada. Somebody might know more about it. I don't know if usually personalized takes value away. Maybe this is fine. I don't know. Somebody let me know. I don't want to waste our time on a college scholarship auction necessarily, but somebody might want it. Or it might be very valuable. I don't know. So there you go. I've got that there. And then, let's see, we've got Dale Earnhardt here. It's a little set there. It's got the 10 with the knife and the keychain and the wallet. Dale Earnhardt stuff usually goes pretty well. So we got one of those there. And then I've got, these are all 90% silver from 1939 to 1945. This is another set of the World War II Mercury dimes. It's one dime for every year that World War II was going on. So 1939, Hitler invaded Poland, started World War II. And then, of course, World War II ended in 1945. And so you've got 7 dimes, I believe, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 dimes right there. I usually put a reserve on right around $100 on it. I haven't gone through and put any reserves on anything yet, but I will try to do some things. And some of the things you'll probably send reserves into. Speaking of that, you can always send in a reserve. You can send it in today. Now, I will be traveling. I'm driving the church van to Branson, so I'll be able to update your reserve bids for about an hour, and then you might not see me say something to you until about like 10 o'clock tonight. But I will respond by tonight. So we should be back at the hotel right around 10 sometime tonight. But you can send in a reserve today, tomorrow. If I don't respond to you, go ahead and message me, okay? So I'm going to keep trying to check those reserves when I have opportunity to do that, all right? So that I can update for the college students there. Neat little knife, Don't Tread on Me knife there. It's a Master Barlo knife. Nice little knife right there. A lot of people like these knives. Really pretty, sharp condition there. Is that what I meant? Good condition on that one there. Dad brought this in, cast iron turtle piece there. I thought that's really neat. I think sometimes people use them as paver stones, but there's a lot of things you can do with them. They look nice. I like that look there too. All right, moving down here a little bit. Got a couple little spoons for you, those of you that love spoons. So this one's never been out of its box there. So it looks like some kind of windmill. What's it say on there? Can you see Holland windmill there? And this one I thought was a little unique. Let's see here. Oop. Let's see, is that a Ibiza maybe? There. But the unique part is it looks like there's a coin in it. That's neat. So I hadn't seen one like that. So I thought, hey, that looks pretty cool. Yes, nobody, that it is from the Bradford Exchange. The Elvis personalized piece. So I thought, that might be something. I don't know. There you go. Somebody might like it for their collection. I got the metal eagle here. So definitely vintage. Got to be 60s, 70s on the big metal eagle. And, of course, you got to have Abraham Lincoln. There he is. Old Honest Abe himself. Look at him. There he is. Staring at you. We find a lot of Abraham Lincoln. We live in Illinois. Lincoln. Something, Illinois. Lincoln News, something. But there he is. Okay, coming up to this shelf over here. I love this glass piece. You got the glass. It's kind of like a peacock, I think, here, or some kind of bird. But beautiful blue. Look at the blue in that. That's a nice little glass piece there. Put candies in there, or who knows what. I love this box. I found this box not too long ago. It's got coins attached to it. And I don't exactly know all of the nations. I think it's Vietnam because of that there, right? But I don't know if all of the currency is that. But it's got various different coins attached to it. It's definitely got age to it. That's a for sure. But I'm not reading a year on anything. So there you go. You got some coins. It's just a wooden box there. Somebody made a case out of it here. So, but I think it's awful unique there. So I do have a signature right down there in the bottom left there. So there you go. Cool piece. And then some Longaberger baskets. I've got a Longaberger basket. This is class of 2010. It's one of their graduation baskets there. So you've got that basket there. As we're getting closer and closer to the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. Pretty neat there. You've got some nice little holly on that there. Then you got the Christmas Collection 2000 edition Deck the Halls basket with the fabric and the insert there. That's nice there. And I've got the Christmas Collection 1997 edition Snowflake basket. So looking good there. Thought that was pretty neat. And then, of course, we've got salt and pepper shaker. Salt and pepper shakers always sell. Everybody loves salt and pepper shaker. I've got the Beatles salt and pepper shaker. Still has the box for that one there. These are a little bit more vintage here. I've got Random Feet. Ask me. I don't know. They make salt and pepper out of anything. Then I've got coins. Or not coins. I've got roosters. Why did I say coins? Oh, I read the last comment. That's why. We've got roosters there that are salt and pepper shakers. Look at the bunnies that are hugging. Hugging bunnies. Salt and pepper shakers. They actually hug. A very friendly salt and pepper shaker. Your son was 2010. Well, wonderful. Cast iron stoves, salt and pepper shakers. Look nice. I love this next one. Look at this guy. I think he's called the Hobo salt and pepper shaker, or the Drifter salt and pepper shaker. But I think he's pretty cool. One half of him is salt, the other half of him is pepper. Isn't that neat? I think that's neat. And then, I don't know who these people are, but I have a feeling they are somebody. And salt and pepper shaker. Anybody know who these people are? I think there's some kind of personalities. So, but I think they're cool. Salt and pepper shakers there. I've got ducks, salt and pepper shaker ducks. Got to have some salt and pepper shaker ducks. And then we've got, this is the toothpick holder. You got the boot with the gold trim. And then the salt and pepper shaker saddles. Look at that. Definitely vintage there. Like it. Got some dolls that came in. And somebody said that these dolls they've got some age to them here. I've got, this one is I Am Pumpkin on a Phonabee durable doll. So, got this one here. She's all decked out and all kinds of stuff there. Pretty doll. I don't think I have a tag for this one. Well, there's something there. Alexander, made in the USA. So, let me see if I can set her down here for just a second. See if I can't read that tag for you guys a little better. There. It says it on her neck too. I know that's usually a good thing. Rebecca by Madam Alexander, New York, USA. You think it's George Burns and Gracie Allen? Okay, cool. So there's that doll there. So you're thinking this is George Burns and Gracie Allen, maybe? So they look like some personalities, don't they? They don't. I don't think they're just random. I think they were meant to be somebody. And got a doll here, Barbie doll. This is the Angel of Joy Barbie doll, still sealed in the box there. That's what most people that collect Barbies want them sealed in the box. So you got that there. And I got a couple little figurines down here. I think these are Lennox. Yep, Lennox Wood Duck. And the Bluebird there. That's an egg cup, actually. I thought he was cool looking. Somebody brought in a Dr. Seuss mug. That looks nice. Everybody loves themselves some Dr. Seuss. Got a rooster, pewter rooster on wooden base. This guy I thought was pretty neat. I hadn't seen one like him before. It's got a coin attached to it. I believe it's Canadian. Some of my Canadian viewers might be able to tell me. I think that's Canadian, right? That's Queen Elizabeth, isn't it? I just have a signature somewhere. 83. And you got a little signature right there. I think you can see it there. But very whimsical little piece, isn't it? I think he's sitting on a turtle. There he is. All right, well, good. That should be a good doll then. Great. I think this is a party light, bear little tea light there. Another little paperweight. Got love. It's got hummingbirds coming in for the flower there. Here's a really nice cookbook we found. It is the Great Italian Cooking. Great Italian Cooking. Apparently, it's a fairly expensive cookbook. So, and there you go. Great Italian Cooking. There you go. You can cook like a great Italian. All the Italian food. Of course, we have to have a cannon. Old brass cannon. It's got a little guy here. There he is. Going to load the cannon. I think that's neat. So, a pretty good size cannon. I got a white glass here. Probably candy dish, right? I mean, I think it's made in the USA, if I'm not mistaken, in there. I believe it's made in the USA. So, nice little white candy dish. I have a few precious moments that have come in. I've got the guy and the gal working out. There you go. Even precious moments are getting buff. What material is the little gnome? He feels like a resin to me via hooks. That's a classic precious moments. The one with the hearts there. Your boyfriend would love the Beatles Pulse. Yep. Yep, there's a ton of Beatle fans. Nice little grandma praying. You got getting a box of puppies probably for a gift. There we go, little guardian angel there. I had one willow tree come in, and I've got this whole open section right here. Now I'm leaving this blank because I know I'll have some other people bringing some different things. Hopefully next Thursday, you'll be able to see the different items that I bring in to fill that section. But I do have more. I'm just showing you what I'm doing here a little bit. And I've got the glass jars. I think these jars are pretty neat. I like them. And this one is filled with more older domino set. It looks like. I like the color of the glass and everything. Looks nice. And then this one is a ball jar. Again, it's a tinted glass, a little harder to see, but. And then I think those are more vintage bingo. Bingo? Yeah, bingo balls there. Oh, those kind of looks like a cool art piece itself. I did find one jar. It's not glass, but I did find a jar of marbles. Show the willow tree up close. Will do. So, kind of scan the marbles there. Dad finds marbles. Occasionally I can find marbles. Other people bring in marbles, but I do not know. Don't know marbles, but some of you guys do. Got some cool marbles. Here's the willow tree up close a little bit more on the willow tree there. Let me just scan this down for a second. Yeah, we're doing good on time. So it is Willow Tree Angel of Learning, year 2000. Sue Lord. There's that one there. And then I've got another couple of crystal pieces there. Just a nice little crystal vase here. Got some holly on it there. Here's a very pretty crystal piece here. I think it's just a votive for a candle. Would sit perfectly right in that spot there. But very heavy and thick crystal there. A few more paperweights came in. I've got the really nice red heart paperweight there. I like the blue ball with the stars. It's nice there. And we have to have another dolphin. Glass dolphin with the blue there. Nice on the dolphin. I got this plate here. We've gone back and forth with my cousin Matt. This is the strangest plate I've ever seen in all my life. You have Amish people on a carousel. Amish little guys on a carousel. Not sure what's going on here. I don't know what happened here, but this is it. But it is a signatured plate right down there. And apparently it is This art plate forms the central panel of the carousel, whatever that word is, and it's plate number 142. So, even though I, Paul, have no clue what's going on here, somebody does, and they have a master plan, because this is the centerpiece of their plan. I did have a cool cookie jar. Look at this. Isn't that neat? Green hat cookie jar. Boop. There's the lid. We'll have to bubble wrap it good, but that's totally unique. That's another matte thing there. Very good. Beautiful. And then I'll come up this way here. Feel free to go ahead and send in reserves. You can send in reserves even today. Like I said, I'll be traveling, so I might not be able to always update you in a great timely fashion. But by 10 o'clock tonight, I should be back at the hotel, and then I'll try to update things even then. So feel free to send in a reserve. And if you don't hear from me by tomorrow, then I might not have seen it. So I will respond. I will always respond. So certificate of authenticity on the sword. I had one similar that we sold a couple months ago, I think. Beautiful sword there. And it has the signature of the artisan that made, the craftsman that made the sword right there. It's an actual signature. And it has all the stats and stuff on it in there. That's the brand name of the company that's making these swords here. Beautiful, beautiful sword. Still in the box there. Just nice. Okay, let's see here. Quilts. Look at the quilts there. Aren't these beautiful? Beautiful quilts there. They're brand new quilts. I think that the lady actually made them. It was a viewer that made them for this college scholarship auction. So, isn't that nice? That was very, very kind of her to do that. I've got this quilt here. I'll try to extend them so that you can see the full quilt. They look beautiful. I'll try to extend them maybe next Thursday when I have other people here to help me a little bit. But beautiful blues on that one there. Heather would like that one. More of a, I think, fall with the orange. So, nice quilt there. A little bit no more larger one. And she's sent in somewhat various sizes. So, pretty little quilt there. Yeah, your mom called the white glass milk glass. I think it's milk glass too. And then I've got one more quilt down here. So, brand new. She made them for the college scholarship auction. I'm pretty sure that's what she did. So, it's very, very kind. Thank you so much for doing that. I've got a few other things I'm turning into baskets that will be a whole bunch of tins that someone sent, like those collectible metal tins. I know a lot of people that like to collect them. So, we'll kind of group those into something. Okay, I'm going to stay down here for a second. Never seen these guys before, but maybe you have. They are the Merrymakers. There they are. Like fat little friars, just making some music. Have all the boxes to them. Look at them. Aren't they cool looking? I think they're cool looking. So, somebody brought those in to me. I bought these 2 weeks ago, I think, something like that. So, it's been great having people from the community bring me various random little collections and different things. It's, it gives you some different look at stuff too. So there we go there. And then we've got, I put a ton of brooches on here, just so that you had a whole bunch of choices of brooches. I will do my best to get to all of them, but you'll see in a moment why I'm saying I'm going to do my best to get to all of them. Because Dad loaded me up with animals for days. So you'll see those. And whatever brooch gets a reserve bid, we will for sure have that on the auction. Same thing with the animals you'll see in a few moments there. Tons of bling bling. What are the measurements and type of metal of the Abraham bust? He looks like, I don't think he looks copper, but I'm not 100% sure, Kurt, that he's like, is he actual copper? He is metal, though. I know that. And the measurement, he's not very tall at all. He's a smaller piece. I'm going to guess he's probably 3 inches tall, Kurt. I will show him to you again here in a little bit. In a few minutes, can I see the Elvis up close? Sure. I'll try to do that one too. So, just a gazillion brooches. We get brooches for days now. Partly because brooches sell well, they ship well. I could probably just open up a whole brooch store. And those are the rest of the brooches. Look at the cow brooch. This one I've never seen before. I've seen a lot of these. Believe it or not, after a while you're like, oh yeah, I've seen that one before. But the cow brooch I'd never seen before. He's cool looking. Just love the eyes. Okay, so this is what Dad brought me. Look at all the animals. Animals for days. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to show you the animals, and the ones that get reserves on them, they will for sure be on, okay, the auction. And then it just depends on what we have time for, right? But they are neat. I got the large raccoon. He's plastic, more of a harder plastic, but made for the outdoors right there. You got the glass duck. That's beautiful. These would probably be sold as a set, the little owl pieces. They're actually made in Texas. They say they're made in Texas. Beautiful wooden piece. Wooden bird carved on a wooden branch there. I believe it's Arkansas. Made in Arkansas there. Cool duck. That's just a cool duck. A lot of these aren't named, but the ones that are, I'll try to tell you. This one here is made in Mexico, is what it says. Really pretty. It's got a cool look and cool color, that duck there. There you go. Bottom there. Look at the owl. That's a good size owl there. I like that. Love the squirrel coming out of the log. He's awesome. These little ducks here are actually cast iron. They're painted cast iron. So, I know those can be collectible, that cast iron there. Very heavy. This duck here is actually made in Brazil. Made in Brazil. That was surprising to me. You see a lot made in China, made in Taiwan, that kind of thing. But made in Brazil, you don't see that as often. Cute little duck set, isn't it? Got a whole little family there. Got a nice little quail there. A lot of these are vintage 60s and 70s, I would say. They got older stickers and things like that on them. Little eagle there. Got very young ducks there. Got some other little figurines, little wooden duck. Nice little guy there. Got a little baby deer, a little fawn. Little birds. Got probably a wooden pheasant. Got a deer there. It's a cool looking deer. This guy's older. Look at him. He looks cool. The eagle there. Got another eagle there. I think that eagle with a little more brown around the eyes is made in Japan. Got another quail there. Good size figurines. That would probably be a set. They look like they'd be a set. Got some wooden ducks. A lot of these look like they've been hand carved there. Here's a couple more wooden ducks that somebody's painted up. These are all wood. Yeah, wood. I don't think there's any signatures on the bottom. Sometimes there's a signature on the bottom. It's got a little bit of a crack there, doesn't it? I don't know if that means a whole lot to people or not necessarily. That one doesn't. Does this one have something? Yeah, this one's got something. W.C. Townsend, Glen Carbon, Illinois. You got a dog there. Got another quail. Another eagle. A couple other wooden ducks there. Again, if you send me a screen grab and say, hey, I definitely want that one to be on there, we'll definitely have it on there for you. Coming down here, look at this. Just animal upon animal upon animal. This little guy's neat. I'm for sure going to have him on there. He's got a signature, Tennessee clay, and then you've got the signature of the person that made it. That's a cool looking piece. But look at all of them. Dad loaded you up with animal choices. Animal figurines for days. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'll come back down here to be able to show you, what was it? Somebody wanted to look at this. I think it was Kurt. Here's the, he kind of looks copper to me, Kurt. But I'm not 100% certain that he's copper. I don't want to lead you astray, man. So, some kind of metal, right? But not very tall. So, like, if I put him, he fits in the palm of my hand. So, there he is, Abraham Lincoln. There you go. Oh, we have the others on there for a second. Send in reserve bids to hookedonpickin@gmail.com. And then somebody wanted to see the Elvis. Here's Elvis. This is Elvis's signature, his actual signature. There you go. Everything I've looked up still says, yep, that's his deal. They had many of these. I don't know how many still existed or in existence, but he just sat there and signed a whole bunch. And then this is the other Elvis piece. Somebody wanted to see, maybe. There you go. Okay, guys. Feel free to send in your reserve bids to hookedonpickin@gmail.com. Remember, we're not having the auction tomorrow. We're having it on August the 8th. August the 8th will be the auction. All right. No, it's actually Elvis's signature. It's actually Elvis's signature. Yep. From what I could find, nobody witches, they told me that's actually Elvis's signature on that there. And I tried to verify that too, and it looks right. Looks right there. All right, so let's see here. So August the 8th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time is the auction there, okay? So feel free to send in reserve bids. Feel free to send in reserve bids as much as you can there. And if you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, I think that's good there. There will be some more items that will come in. More items will come in, let's see, probably sometime late next week. On that Thursday before, the day before the auction, I will try to show you some more items. As you can see, you got a few open holes there, and then we'll probably have a few of the things that pop up that I will try to put in there. All right. All right, there you go. I'm going to hop off here because I got to go make sure we're ready to go for the Branson trip. Again, send in reserve bids to make sure your item is shown on the auction, especially for those animals and the brooches. That would be great there. Definitely have a fun and safe trip. Remember, if we raise $5,000 for the college scholarship auction, you'll get a 10% discount. If we raise $10,000, you'll get a 10% discount and a 20% discount. And if you raise $15,000, you'll get a 10% discount, a 20% discount, and a 30% discount card. And that goes for anybody that participates on the sale, meaning you bought something, okay? So looking forward to that. Thank you so much in advance for all the donations already. We're up to $120. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. And I'm looking forward to seeing that. I know our college students are looking forward to it also. And again, thank you in advance for all that you're going to do. All righty. As Heather always says, remember in the end, Jesus wins.